Hey everybody, now we're going to talk about how to find research opportunities just after your school. Like you just did your 12th grade and now you want to do research. Now you want to get hands-on experiences. So how to do that? First, you have to search through the universities, like if they actually have the undergrad research programs. If they do, you can apply to those universities. If they don't, then it's not gonna help. If you are a university student and you are like that your university doesn't offer you that program, then you can search for internships. How can you search for internships? Like, see, the best part about internships are like, as you are a student and they know that you might not get a good pay, but you can or you cannot, like it depends on the position and on your resume and on all the other things, that if you are going to have that internship or not. So if you are from a research university, like the university that offers undergrad research, then you can actually just go and talk to your professor that what are the procedures and how can you do that. The second part is, if your university doesn't offer you that program, you can search for internships. And for internships in USA, they have like a lot of portals. For example, they have Handshakes and they have LinkedIn. I think Indians use LinkedIn too. I got a lot of connections from that. And the best part is, like if you're going to apply in Johnson and Johnson's or like any other organization, they have their own portals, so you can just make your profile, add your stuff, add your details, and you can just like upload your resume and they will respond to you. I have not done the internship part yet, but I have done the undergrad research program part. So I can give you a better idea about that part, and I will apply to that part maybe once we are done with this COVID, and then I will give you a whole idea that what works and what doesn't. So that's the idea. And in undergrad research, once you start, what happens? In the first 3 months, you just listen, like what is going in the project, and it's the learning part. Like the whole journey is a learning part, but in the initial stages, you actually don't do much stuff. You just listen and you just go through the old things, that old results and old experiments, like what they got and at what stages they are in, so that everybody is on the same page. The next part is, after 3 to 4 months, you start to understand, okay, so we all are on this page, and this is what that needs to be found, or that needs to be like discovered, or that needs to be studied. So what they do is they actually start designing an experiment. You actually understand the role of controls, like what, like for example, this whole atmosphere is so dynamic, and if you want to study one part of it, you have to control all other parts. Like everything should be same in all those. Like if you have 4 samples, and if you want to check the pH changes, so they all should be on same temperature, they should be on same pressure, they should all be on like same bacterial cultures, or whatever you are like varying, that's the only thing that should vary. For example, if you're going to check pH changes by 4 cultures, so it's the pH and the bacterial culture that is going to change, and all those other situations, circumstances, atmosphere should be same, like the temperature, the pressure, the other stuff, the beakers, the sterilization techniques, everything should be same. So you learn these parts. The other part that you learn in undergrad research is writing grants. Like I did got one grant last summer, and It was fun because it got rejected like twice, and we word, and in fact I can even share how to write a grant in my next profile, in my next video, because I learned a lot from those experiences. That granting is, they want you to be precise. You should have like a whole idea of an experiment, and like how much stuff you're going to actually planning to do it, and the list of stuff and everything. The more precise you are going to be, the more chances you're going to have the grant. Okay, so right now we're not talking about it. So I learned to write grant, and then I attended some conferences before COVID happened. I attended one that was in Utah State Academy of Science and Arts. My paper got published in that conference too, and the other big hit for my career was American Society for Microbiology. I our paper got published in that global journal. So yeah, but because of COVID, we were unable to attend that whole meeting. We did that virtual one where we just share our posters and send our paper to them. And when they asked us to share a poster, they have like some rules regarding it, like the sizes, the font, the things that they want you in a poster, because a science poster is so much different than a simple cartoon poster or any poster, because it is more about information. You need to like release a lot of information. So that's important. And the other part is that I learned from my research, like from my undergrad research experience, is, and I'm still learning, like I'm learning it all the times, like culturing of bacteria, that how you have to culture bacteria, that how you gonna start. Because when we write an experiment, we are going to put it like put 1 ml of bacteria in like 99 ml of milk bottles or anything like your stuff. But from where do you get the 1 ml of bacteria culture, and how dilute and how concentrated you want it to be? So that's the interesting part about undergrad research. So as a kid who has just like passed his or her 12th grade exams, just need to find universities if they want a hands-on experience on research. And believe me guys, like theory is important, it's important, like there's no doubt about it, but research and hands-on experience is a must. I feel like it gives you a vast idea that how your career is gonna look. For example, if you study something as a theory, it's the chances that you might like it or you might don't like it. But when you actually do that stuff, that thing is different, like kind of different, because the machine names are same, but when you're actually operating it, because when you're writing it, okay, I'm just gonna do PCR and get that many number of DNA sequences, and I will amplify things by to that level. But when you actually do it, you know it, okay, it takes 4 hours, it can take more than that, it needs these kinds of things. You get a little bit too detailed about things, and that's awesome, because when you go to detail, you there are higher chances of finding error. So I feel like that's a really good opportunity. And I feel like a lot of universities actually offer this program, because a lot of universities have professors who are actually research scientists, and they need students to work over their researches, because students are cheap. Like, yeah, it's like because you are actually learning. So it's like it works. And because it's the same stuff, and you can learn the stuff, and it's mutual, and you can actually publish a paper, and that's good for your resume. On the other hand, he doesn't have to conduct a whole, like, what should I say, he doesn't have to make a whole portal, and then hire some people and then set their pays, and the people will do the stuff. that's like too demanding. Like it's really easy for those people, but it's fascinating for us because we are learning and they're not. They're like, they know that stuff, and it's the professor's hard type because he, to conduct his research, hiring someone is like more expensive, and he's not sharing any information. The other person will feel like, oh, I did that thing like millions of times. But for student like us, it's like a whole new experience. We learn a lot. The whole research is good for our resume. We know that we actually understand that what we like and what we don't. So that's what matters, because getting all these experiences in that early stage is actually gonna help you in finding your way in like in what field you actually want to do your specialities, and what else do you want to do with your like degree. And because there are chances that some people might go for masters, but there are chances that some people might go for jobs after bachelor's, and you can actually do that. I am in a process of finding, like I did find some companies that let you be on a research scientist position after your bachelor's, but I still don't know how to do that, and I'm in a process of that. So when I will know about it, I will let you know, because I have stalked like a lot of profiles, and a lot of people after doing their bachelor's have wrote research scientist in their profile. So I'm like, how, guys? And then I saw their companies, and they work like in a real good companies. I don't want to release their names yet because I'm still in a process of learning, and I'm learning. If you have any more questions about this thing, that after 12th grade, how should I get my hands on research experiences, try to apply to universities that offer undergrad research programs. If you are already in a university that offers those programs, contact your professor. If you are not in a university that offers undergrad research programs, search for internships. And I am in a process too, and I might upload a video later about it, that how it go and how I got it and my experiences over it. And like there are internships that are paid, and there are internships that are not paid. And I feel like in the initial stages, because we have no experiences, like a 12th grade student most of the time doesn't carry experiences regarding researches. So unpaid internships are not a bad idea because you're actually learning. So I think that's a good conversation. And if you have any other question, do wrote me in the comment section. If you have any suggestion, if you know some companies that do that stuff, do let me know. And bye, have a good day.